Well, welcome to another edition of the Digicel Sports Show right here on Islandstats.com. I'm your host, Earl Baston, and today's topics are the fact that Lawrence Taylor, a convicted child molester, will be playing yet again in Bermuda. Nicky Wells and his Huddersfield teammates went down to Manchester City in the English FA Cup replay, and much more. But first we get this message from our sponsor.
Bermuda, listen up. D-Music is here exclusively for Digicel customers. Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free. With D-Music, you can easily search for your favorite artists and create playlists to fit your lifestyle. Plus, you have the option to download music to your device so you can find a song for any moment, even when offline. D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Lawrence Taylor, who was back in 2011 convicted of child molestation, will be in Bermuda yet again for a sponsored event by the Bermuda Tourism Authority. While a Bermudian former football player makes headlines for child molestation, no one is discussing the fact that Bermuda Tourism Authority, for the 3rd year in a row, is facilitating bringing to Bermuda a convicted child molester who will still be serving probation when he arrives in Bermuda. It was announced recently that the Bermuda Golf tourism product is getting a boost with 6 visitor golf events over the next 6 weeks. The events are supported by the Bermuda Tourism Authority sales and marketing efforts as part of an overall sports tourism strategy to grow golf from November through March, also known as the shoulder season. One of the events is the NFL Players Championship, part of the Bermuda Golf Classic at the end of March, that attracts former pro athletes from the National Football League. Visitors and residents can register to play alongside former NFL greats like Billy Joe Tolliver, Jerry Rice, and Lawrence Taylor, who have all participated in the Bermuda Golf Classic event in years past. Yet again, the BTA is demonstrating that they don't care about the fact that Taylor was given a 6-year probation back on March 24, 2011 for an encounter with an underage prostitute. He pled guilty to sexual misconduct and patronizing a prostitute. The girl was 16 at the time of the incident. Back in 2015, the first-year organizers headlined Taylor for the event that was to benefit a youth organization that also fights for children. Back in 2015, the organizers tried to play down the fact that Taylor may not come, but yet he did, and he played. He also returned in 2016 with organizers this time not highlighting Taylor. Well, the question is yet again, does foreigners get special treatment while Bermudians get the book thrown at them? Bermuda athletes who are put on the so-called no-fly list after any criminal offense are stranded on the island, while foreign athletes with criminal records and who still are on probation are allowed to come and enjoy the relaxation and golfing adventure in Bermuda on taxpayers' dollars. Nicky Wells was an unused sub as Manchester City defeated Huddersfield in their English FA Cup replay 5-1.
And Lolly likes to drive on from that right-hand side. Here's Billing, and what a chance for Huddersfield here, and they've taken the lead. Harry Bunn, an amazing moment for him. The former Manchester City scholar, academy product, son of Frankie Bunn, who has a bit of a history in cup competitions, is now a Huddersfield coach.
Well, Martin, the best way to respond from a scare at one end is to counter quickly, and that's exactly what Huddersfield have done. They drive into an area where Man City back off. In the end, Billings' awareness and touch with the ball to Bunn, and then the finish, just the power beats Bravo, fires it underneath him. You can see Otamendi stones backing away. Billing, lovely touch into the path of Bunn, composes himself and then drills it through the legs of Bravo to put Huddersfield in the lead. Chance at one end, hits the post, and then back up the other end for Huddersfield's lead.
Well, he'd like to run and join in the celebrations, a bit difficult from up there. And of course, De Bruyne. And that's not quite cut out by Holmes Dennis. Sterling. And there it is, Leroy Sané. It was coming.
Martin, that is the first time that Holmes Dennis, Sané's pointing at the referee saying there's 3 handballs, because I think that they think that Holmes Dennis has handled that crossfield pass from De Bruyne, but it was the first time De Bruyne finds Sterling on this right-hand side. As the ball comes over, does he touch it? I don't think he does. There's a big cry for handball, but then he has to deal with Sterling. 2 step overs, and then he rolls it into the path of Sané for one that he can't miss. That is the first time Sterling's got one-on-one in a dangerous area against the fullback, and he makes it count.
A straight ball by Zabaleta, and what's the referee going to make of that, with Otamendi ending up on the ground, and he's given the penalty. Stankovic.
Oh yeah, he's booked Stankovic for the push.
Yeah. Aguero's got the ball, so they finally do get a spot kick. It looked a pretty straight ball from Zabaleta, maybe easier to defend, but it had a little bit of craft to it.
Yeah, because Otamendi's got it in front of him. He's got goal side of Stankovic. The left arm goes out and drags him down.
Well, he's not faultless from the spot, Sergio Aguero. But here we are in the 35th minute to put City in front for the first time this evening. He's spot on tonight with his 21st goal of the season. Manchester City's 12th penalty of the season.
Well, he's a goal scorer extraordinaire, and he just hesitates in his run here, waits for Coleman to go to his left-hand side, and then just drags it back away from him into the top roof of the net. Wonderful penalty.
Where do you stand on this? Aguero won't be a pet player next season. Clive, do you think there's some substance to the most uttered words in this stadium tonight, hand and ball? Here's Zabaleta, Fernandinho, and Aguero. Coleman really in the firing line, and Zabaleta made by Aguero. 3-1. Manchester City have given the most emphatic response.
Well, this is a brilliant response from City, and just look at the reaction of Aguero when he cuts that back to Zabaleta. He's euphoric with actually assisting in scoring. He has the opportunity, which he fires at Coleman. We watch it here. The one-touch football is good, the interplay. They get a bit of good fortune, but they capitalise on the chance. Watch Aguero, cuts it back, and then the celebration down at the bottom of your screen. He loved actually making that for Zabaleta. That really is a fantastic comeback from City.
Making it for a teammate and a real mate, the two Argentines. They'll dine out on this one. But Huddersfield, with their bold approach, have brought the best out of Manchester City. It's a compliment to them, really. And when City get it right, there are few better.
Well, they asked the question, didn't they? They asked the question of Pep Guardiola's team.
In the FA Cup, with the quarter-final in sight, and maybe widening the margin here. They do. Beautifully done by Aguero. Beautifully done.
Martin, I'm not sure if Huddersfield are tiring here, but they missed 2 challenges. There's 2 toed passes. The first from Fernandinho, the second from Zabaleta, which eventually springs Sterling on the right-hand side. And then the run from Aguero is fantastic. Watch this. There's a touch there. Couldn't quite get to the ball. Again, a slip from the fullback. But Sterling, as soon as he takes the first touch, he can see the run of Aguero. He attacks the space at the near post, and that is Aguero at his best. Wonderful movement, explosive pace, great finish.
Clive, can you coach players to do that, to get across the front of defenders? It's such an
Sean, obviously your first game in charge. How did the game go for you?
Well, yeah, we're pleased because we got a win. It was a very difficult game. They really challenged us. You know, the boys had to be organised, and the little detail we gave them yesterday, they stuck to it. Couple decisions I think both teams would have been unhappy with, but in the end we're pleased with how the boys had approached the game and applied themselves.
Of course, this is your first game managing an English team.
Yeah.
Why Ilkeston? What made you come here to manage?
Well, the young players that are here. I mean, the motto of the club, we like to use young players and develop young players. And what you get with young players is players who are enthusiastic, they're energetic, they're sponges, they're looking to learn, and I have a lot of knowledge to pass on, so it's a right fit. There's already a connection with the club and Bermuda, so Bermuda players coming through, I already have a bit of knowledge on Bermuda players, so it's the right fit, I think, for the club and for myself.
Of course, it's a difficult challenge with Ilkeston languishing near the bottom of the league. What do you hope to achieve this season with this club?
Well, yeah, it's a monumental challenge in terms of where we are, and really it's about trying to get consistent performances, and it started today. You know, my first game was about putting on a good performance. We've done that, and it's can we go to the next game and put on another good performance and really see if we can get some momentum.
Now, is this the start of your management journey in this country? Where do you want to end it? Where do you want to end up as manager?
Right now, I'm at Ilkeston, so let's just deal with Ilkeston. And you know, today is a good day. The boys apparently haven't known the feeling of winning, and it's the first time they won for a while. So they enjoy themselves tonight, and we've got another game Tuesday, and we look forward to it.
The fans came out in force as well. Do you have a message for the Ilkeston fans for the rest of the season and how they can support the team?
Well, do exactly what they did today. We heard them in the numbers. You know, they were encouraging the boys. It was a point where we were up against it, certainly late on in the game, with us having the 1-0 advantage, and the fans sort of pulled us through. So we're thankful that we could ask them to continue coming and showing that support.
Thank you very much, Sean, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free with D-Music, exclusively from Digicel. With D-Music, you can stream and download songs and create playlists of your favorite artists to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're working out at the gym, getting ready for a Friday night, or just chilling at home, D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Match play championships for Bermuda got underway at the Mid-Ocean Golf Course in Proper. In early action, these were the results. In early results from today, number 1 seed Jared Dillis defeated Kerry Swan 6-4. Robert Valles got the better of Michael Lindo 6-4. Mark Phillips defeated Spencer Weidman 2-up, and Arthur Jones defeated Michael McCrimmon 4-3. In the ladies' side, number 1 seed Tarika Wallacram won 5-4 over Gina Zangrillo. Carolyn Jones defeated Linda Downs after 20 holes. Suzanne Valles won 1-up over Annie O'Neill, and Catherine Burney won 1-up over Stephanie Lewis-Pollard. Having launched Magic Blue, Artemis had their first sail on the waters of the Great Sound.
Today we took the race boat for its first outing. Everyone's always pretty excited when you get a new toy and you first go sailing. You know, I'm no different at all. It is a very exciting day. Really nice breeze here, sort of 12, 15 knots, and everything's been going really nicely. You know, you treat the boat very gently for the first 5 or 10 minutes, and then once you're allowed to push it a bit harder, we did. And you know, the boat from the first takeoff feels really nice, and the guys who have built it and engineered it have done an amazing job.
Robin Hollinshead competed for Dalhousie University men's track and field team, winning a championship in Canada. Hollinshead helped Dalhousie University men's track and field team take top honors in the Subway Atlantic University Sports Track and Field Championships. Hollinshead finished 8th competing in the male's long jump with a top leap of 6.22 meters, which was a personal best. The Bermuda Amateur Swimming Association have confirmed short course records for Ethan and Elan Daly. Bermuda Amateur Swimming Association has updated the short course meter records, with Elan and Elijah Daly combining to break 11 records while competing in the Swim Ontario Winter Festival. Elijah in the boys 9 and 10-year-old age group set new records in the 50-meter freestyle with a time of 29:31 1971, the 100-meter freestyle with a time of 103.11, the 400-meter freestyle in a time of 4:53.99, the 100-meter butterfly in a time of 109.71, the 100-meter IM in a time of 112.85, and the 200-meter IM with a time of 2:36.81. Elin Daly, competing in the girls' 11-year-old events, set new records in the 50-meter freestyle with a time of 26.52, the 100-meter freestyle in a time of 58.38, the 100-meter backstroke in a time of 106.62, the 100-meter butterfly in a time of 105 flat, and the 200-meter IM in a time of 2:23.82. One of the clubs promoted from the First Division to the Premiership for the 17-18 season, Crossroads, are excited about their achievement, but the president, Salim Tobit, says it's more than just football. Salim Tobit, president and founder of the Crossroads Community Football, the Warriors. It's been a struggle, but the door is now open. Tell us about the program, how it started, and obviously now you've reached where you wanted to be some number of years ago.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for the opportunity. As I said to you before, from my point of view, all of what has been done has been done with the intention of trying to improve the country. And you do that, in this case, one player at a time, one person at a time, whoever's involved in the program. You try to do it in unison with them, but for the betterment of the whole. So yeah, it's a good feeling. The players, they've worked very hard this season. Coaching staff has worked very hard. The administrators, everyone's worked very hard, and frankly, no boast in it, but they deserve the promotion. As you said earlier, it's been knocking on the door several times, and this time the door is open. So
where do you, as a club and a community, want to go from here?
Well, we want to continue to improve our football, but also our social outreach programs, which has been the intention from the beginning, and that is to produce better citizens, better people, and therefore better families, so that Bermuda can be better. And so football we love, and we've always loved this sport because it's a great sport. But we use football as a means to an end also, and that is to uplift the people involved in the sport, whether it be the referees, the spectators, the players, their families, their parents, and so on. So for us, it's a big picture. It's a big picture.
For a number of years, you were trying to get involved, your organization involved in the Bermuda Football Association. Kept getting turned down. Finally, you was accepted. Do you think now you've benefited from not giving up?
Yeah, well, just to clarify, I think you were talking about our ascension from youth football to senior football. That's true. Well, what actually happened is that we started with just 5-year-olds and 7s and so on and 10s, and our youth program became very, very big. But as time goes on, of course, 5-year-olds become 7-year-olds, 6, 10-year-olds, and before you know it, they're 15, 16. So when they became about 15 years old, for example, we had a very large youth program, and the next step is, well, what are we going to do? Because they're no longer youth after they attained the age of 16. So we applied to the association, and we were turned down, and then the next year and the next. And so at that juncture was a tough time for us because we had very, very good players at the under 13 and even on the 15 level. We were totally dominant in youth football. We had won everything, the league, whatever cups were there, with Triple Crowns and so forth and so on. We have the cups to prove it. We played in many tournaments, even overseas. We've been to Sweden and played there, and even in that tournament, we went there twice, 2 years successively. And in the second year, we only lost one game, and the team that beat us eventually won the entire tournament. We only lost one match in the tournament. That's one of the biggest, Gozi Cup, one of the biggest youth tournaments in the world. So we always knew that we had quality, and we had a good formula and an approach and so on. However, as I said, when it got to that time to play senior football, we had no avenue. And but after a couple of 2 or 3 years, then we're allowed to enter senior football. And that's the time you're talking about, yes. But we're used to struggling. We know anything that's worthwhile, you have to work hard for it, and that's what we did. We succeeded.
Bermuda, listen up. D-Music is here exclusively for Digicel customers. Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free. With D-Music, you can easily search for your favorite artists and create playlists to fit your lifestyle. Plus, you have the option to download music to your device so you can find a song for any moment, even when offline. D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Dressage has a new national coach. Making the announcement was Ian Truden, the president of the Bermuda Equestrian Federation.
BEF has been in existence for 41 years. I've done some research. We've had a number of national coaches throughout those 41 years. But from my recollection, and I certainly stand to be corrected if I'm wrong by somebody who might have more knowledge than me, I don't think we've actually ever had a national coach for dressage. And so I'm extremely excited to be able to announce that Angela Halloran-Smith, the current president of the Bermuda Dressage Group, has been appointed by the BEF as our national coach for dressage.
Well, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's definitely an honor.
What's the first order of business for you as far as getting things in order for the national coach?
Well, the first order of business, my vision is to develop an active, thriving, competitive dressage community here on the island. And we've actually had a couple of things already in the works over the past year. And one of those main things that we started is we held a couple of dressage boot camps over the summer. We had our FEI World Dressage Challenge format changed on us this year, which was a plus, but it definitely was more difficult. So to prepare our local riders, we held boot camps to get them prepared in order to be acquainted with the new test that we had to ride, as well as just being at our best on the day of the competition. And then also too, something that we've also started is we're really trying to boost the sport, and we've gone back to the grassroots, and we have taken the actual show to the local stables. Instead of having competitors come to one facility and compete there, we've taken a small dressage committee and have taken them to a couple of stables where we've had an overwhelming response. And with that, we're looking forward to getting a second show of that type air in May, and we're really excited about that, and we've named that our On the Road show, and so that's been really fun and very exciting. So
just this past weekend, you had the Caribbean Equestrian Association's dressage show here at the National Equestrian Center. Some of the people that you've been working with, how did you think they fared over the course of the day that you've seen improvements from over the course of the time that you've had training them a short while?
I have to say overall, I think our scores reflect how well that we are doing. For the first time, we had a very strong junior team of 3 juniors, and our drop score this time for the juniors was a 65%, and that's just huge. To have over that percentage is enormous, and I'm really excited about that. And so I think that speaks for itself. And then also too, once again, we had a really strong adult team also. I think the team members were the same that have been in the past couple of years, and that's okay. But they also, too, had very strong scores. But all in all, just sort of looking at the whole field, I think everybody's doing extremely well. And the great thing is that everybody's taking advantage of the opportunities that are here on the island. And I feel like my main purpose as being the national coach is to make people aware of all the opportunities that are here right in Bermuda. And Bermuda has so much to offer, and I feel like a lot of things get overlooked, that they feel like, the grass is always greener on the other side, but that's not the case. And I want to help to bring a lot of that here to the actual island and to help progress riders and also horses to their highest potential.
Okay, short-term and long-term goals. Obviously, your short-term goal, say 5 years, long-term goal, 10 years. What are you hoping to see progress over those 2 periods?
As far as the short-term goal is I would love to see more riders trying to qualify for the CAC games here in Bermuda, because that actually is possible. Dressage is one of the only sports that you actually can qualify for those games here on the island, and that would be a huge boost for our sport. Not only would it motivate people more to be going for that quality of goal, but it also too would make people realize what we actually have here in our own backyard. And then long term, I would love to see Grand Prix horses being trained here on the island, and that is definitely possible without a doubt. In the last month, there were 3 extremely nice young horses imported here to this island, and there is no reason that all 3 of those cannot reach their maximum potential here. And I feel like everybody feels like it just sort of stops at a certain level, and that's not true whatsoever. We have everything here at our disposal on the island, and people need to take advantage of that, and there's no reason that there can be several Grand Prix horses here competing on this island.
25 goals were scored in the latest round of the Bermuda Bowl Hockey League action that took place at the PCC hockey rink. The Vancouver Giants got 2 goals apiece from Cameron Poland and Corey Kuyat as they defeated the Oshawa Generals 6-0. Warren Miller and Peter Watliff added a goal each. Jeffrey Looper scored a hat-trick to lead the Halifax Mooseheads to a 6-3 win over the Gatineau Olympics. Andrew Burner added 2 goals, while Jeremy Esty added the other. J.M. Tremblay scored twice, and John Tolbert added the other in a losing cause. The Serena Sting defeated the Tri-City Americans 7-3 in the final match of the night. Ryan Sully led the way for the Serena Stings with a hat-trick, while Scott Shannon, Ross Ruffinage, David Provass, and Felix Mill added a goal each. Jacob Amlong, Josh Bush, and Christopher Jackson all scored a goal each for the Tri-City Americans. James Finnegan won both his matches for Florida Tech as they won their latest University men's tennis match. James Finnegan and his Florida Tech men's tennis teammates defeated Davenport University 7-2 at the USTA National Tennis Campus in Florida. Finnegan and his doubles partner continued to come up with big wins in tight matches as they clinched another doubles match, this time the score 8-6. Playing in the number 6 singles spot, Finnegan defeated Haja Danis in straight sets 7-5, 6-love. Bermudian-born Adam Hall continues to impress as he was yet again selected to the Canadian Junior National Baseball team. Baseball Canada announced the names of the 29 players, including Bermuda's Adam Hall, invited to National Junior Team Annual Spring Training Camp at the Walter Fuller Complex in St. Petersburg, Florida, from March 24th through to April 2nd. The team will hold daily practices at the complex and play an 8-game exhibition schedule. 7 games are scheduled against squads consisting of minor league prospects from the Toronto Blue Jays, Philadelphia Phillies, Atlanta Braves, Detroit Tigers, Tampa Bay Rays, Boston Red Sox, and the Baltimore Orioles.
Open up a world of music at your fingertips and access millions of songs from free with D-Music, exclusively from Digicel. With D-Music, you can stream and download songs and create playlists of your favorite artists to fit your lifestyle. Whether you're working out at the gym, getting ready for a Friday night, or just chilling at home, D-Music comes with 1 gig of free data to stream and download songs without it impacting your data usage. That's 32 hours worth of music. Visit us in-store or online to see how you can get D-Music today.
Well, that's it for another edition of the Digicel Sports Show right here on Islandstats.com. I'm your host, Earl Based, and we would like to thank our sponsors, Digicel and the Department of Youth and Sport. Do enjoy the rest of your evening.